come this side.
Photograph. Just one group photo, please.
This special memento will remind you that you said that you will come back, because this connects you to Antarctica.
North Pole, India, Himalaya, and Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Mid-Ocean Ridge, and also Southern Ocean and Antarctica. So entire latitude, they are doing research and contribution to the not only the science but also it is on the geopolitics and other things. So this is a unique organization, though they have space in the entire latitude, but they don't have a space to sit properly and do research. So that is why this building we realized in a few years back, so that finally it has to be realized. It has been realized, and I thank the team, especially CBWE and NCPUR, for realizing this. And I am sure that with this building and maybe laboratory building, you will be able to do much more research and also more impact of the India's science in the global scenario. With this, once again, I thank you, sir, for coming, and I am sure that this is a wonderful occasion for all of us. Thank you. Actually, the refrigerator container.
These are special boxes, EVP boxes, which can hold for some time.
There will be nothing happen, but we are running that in the refrigerator. This is a minus 15 lab, sir, where we are working for the processing. Then many of the ice sheets, so which can give a history of the past, so that can use it for the climate model.
That
is a green land. This is a green land. And this is a
Sea frozen, the sea ice.
Come. We'll go to another.
The audience as well as the my friends, colleagues. It's a very good morning and warm greetings to all of you from National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. We have also two important laboratories to be inaugurated today. So finally we could get the Honorable Minister. Sir, as you are aware, although we are very young, we are also a very unique institution who has celebrated recently only silver jubilee of our existence. But we are spread across the world, from Antarctic to Arctic to Southern Ocean to Himalayas, and from upper atmosphere to deep ocean, and all across the world. So towards such a complex mission also, we also operate two important stations in Antarctica, one station in Arctic, one in Himalayas, and other floating platforms. So all this, also tell the story that Government of India supports this program in a big way. Like we had this new framework for the Arctic policy, Antarctic Act, all this happening in the last couple of years. So thank you so much for facilitating that. And as we are also going through this Amrit Kal, our vision is to emerge as a leader in polar and ocean research, addressing global challenges and through excellence in science and operations, and that will contribute to the strategic vision of the country. So we also contribute to the Vikasit Bharat, the dream of the Prime Minister of 2047. So as the new research facilities are also being dedicated today, so that they are some of the very important laboratories for studying ice as well as polar research and ocean research, including facilities that maintain at minus 30 degree, as well as class 1000 clean labs and so on. So all this actually will support the kind of the research which we want to do in future. We will also have a new museum which is coming up there, actually the first of its kind in the South Asia, the first world-class polar and ocean museum on its street. So with this actually, we welcome you to all NCPR, and we are really grateful for making time for this. Thank you so much.
Facilities for India.
So at the outset, I have to compliment Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Government of India, the entire team, Director of NCPOR, the NCPOR team, for dedicating to the nation this new facility over here. And it also gives me an opportunity to share with you that this is one of the very few institutes of its kind in the entire world, and definitely the only one in the country. And considering the kind of emphasis that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is now giving to the blue economy, and it was he who not once but on 2 consecutive occasions from the ramparts of the Red Fort in his Independence Day address mentioned Deep Ocean Mission, which in other words is an indication of the fact that when India's economy grows further, now that from the fragile 5 we are 5, now we'll be 3 soon, and then we rise to the top by 2047 as Viksit Bharat, as most of us envisage. These are the sectors which are going to add value to our economy. We have a huge coastal area, more than 1,000 kilometers long, one of the longest in the world.
11,000.
11,000 to be precise. It was never explored, or even if explored, it was underexplored by the earlier government. So thanks to Prime Minister Modi, he has awakened the countrymen, also the scientific fraternity, and therefore an institute like this is not only going to be serving the purpose of research, but it's also going to add hugely, A, to the economy of the country and thereby also the global economy, and B, don't forget that now we are living in an age of geopolitics, and geopolitics of ocean is a new subject under discussion. And as we move on, this is going to seize the thought process of many of the countrymen, also people across the world. And therefore, India is now ready to take the responsibility of being not only a global player in geopolitics of ocean, but also a global leader. And may I also mention a global guardian, for the very reason that the information obtained from here, the analysis obtained from here will help in disaster preparedness, also address the climate concerns of future, also study the weather patterns, not only confined to the shores of India, but the entire world. So I think in a single sentence, this is an institute which is going to become a medium of India emerging as a global player in ocean science and thereby also in the geopolitics of oceans.
So ICE Live you has visit on the, it is India's first live?
Yes, absolutely. This is two of the facilities were inaugurated over here. One was the Polar Bhavan, which is of course spread over more than 11,000 square meters, costing about 55-60 crore. The other one, of course, as you rightly mentioned, is more exciting, Sagar Bhavan, which has an ice core lab facility where you have actually recreated the milieu of the Antarctica. We just now had the experience of visiting a part of it, so that we would be able to not only do research for ourselves, in fact we would be helping other fraternities also. Like for example, now in life sciences we are dwelling into the mysteries of genes. How a gene would behave in a certain temperature, how a gene could be preserved in these sub-minimal temperatures. Similarly, we are also now into the mutagenesis of plants. So there also. Similarly, also in the chemicals, how it would behave. And therefore, this is going to be covering an entire gamut, not only confined to ocean science, but it is also going to cater to the scientific fraternity working in the other streams of science as well. And therefore, as I said, this institute is going to emerge as a very important center of not only research, but also a hub of future economy of India.
Thank you. Okay, sir.
हम लोग डालते हैं सब लोग इधर आइए
Okay, everyone look here please.
Okay.
Okay.
आप लोग उधर से पीछे चलिए।
वो मुझे लाइक
One second.
Thank you.